We'll explore just one step today, and I'll just share a little bit for a minute or two, and then we'll begin. When we do this kind of body work that we're doing, what we're actually attempting is to receive the spiritual qualities into the body itself. Now, this is not just a matter of imagination or faith, but it is an actual reality that we need to slowly come to. At the same time, recently, I'm reading a little bit into a book called Record of Yoga, where Sri Aurobindo has documented his own sadhana in his body. And there are several pages where he's exploring the same problem, linking the body and the higher regions of the mind he goes to, which is the spiritual. And it is not he was actually facing as you go advanced, staying connected both. He uses the word double consciousness, staying within the body and also staying above. And yesterday I was reading that he was also working on receiving Ananda, which is the highest delight. But when it is coming into the higher regions, it is just surrounding the body. But when it goes inside the body, it is not there in the higher regions of the mind. So it's actual a sadhana that we need to come to as to how our body is linked with the divine above. Okay. And one of the things that we want to slowly move into is while we do our inner practices, which is a function of effort, um, we need to really understand that that will just prepare the ground. The rest of it is receiving a direct action. The moment, our own tapas or our own practice or our own sincerity is slowly established, then there is a divine action, which means that the higher slowly starts making the link, guides what to do. To make this link, there are lots of inner disturbances that can come. A thought can cut. Uh, Many of us are focused on how we feel about it, which is our own, life energy layer. To establish this contact, while we do some of the practices that we will do over the years, slowly we also need to become more and more receptive. And then it's a direct action. Things are guided to us. We are told what to do. Even moment to moment, we are told what to do. And the link can get established in a permanent manner. Okay. Keeping this mind, let's close our eyes. And today we focus more on becoming more and more receptive and building this dual awareness in a very concrete way. So let's become interested in the body first and focus on the quality of the weight. The body has a weight. The body has a weight. The body has a density. Just focus and feel your body's weight and feel your body's density. You actually feel it more interestingly when you relax the body, almost leaving it loose a little bit, and suddenly you feel that weight. You feel the density. I'll be quiet for 5 minutes. Once you feel the weight and density, don't move into a practice, don't move into an effort. Observe rather what starts to occur on its own, and each state can be different. The river does not flow in the same way twice, but our mind will be extraordinarily interested in supplying the steps. It'll say, do this, do that, or it'll predict that it'll be like this. These all cut away from the practice. Simply stay with the density and the weight and see what unfolds on its own. We don't have to avoid anything. You will notice the body's pain, resistances, limitations, boundedness. Some rare times we may feel something extraordinarily subtle and delightful in the body also. Pleasure is different from delight. We have to face the difficulties and through that make our progress. So just stay with the weight and the density and be with the body substance. Now, the main practice is to learn to be quiet, but to retain the connection with the property of the body, which is density and weight. And weight for the processes to begin and flow. Slowly now, we will also put our attention on the consciousness above the head and let the struggle be there. For all of us, we'll break contact with the body if we go up. Rarely we'll get a dual concentration perfect. But let's be humble that somebody like Sri Aurobindo also was working so detailed into establishing that. So let us also truly establish it. So from the seat of the body, seated within the density, seated within the weight as our seat, let's take our awareness above the head. Not truly to make progress, just a little bit would not be sufficient. Here again, there are layers and layers and layers, and they will unfold on its own. If we are able to take our attention into those regions. So I'll just say a few words. Just connect to the possible consciousness beneath the words. First, simply connect to the freedom that exists above. It's only our mind that limits. It's only our perception and awareness that limits. But there is a free, unbound consciousness, infinite above. Just connect to that infinite freeness. Once again, after connecting to the infinite freeness, to some extent, whatever comes, wait to allow the experiences to open up. And of course, all the problems will exist. The narrowness of the mind, the incapacity to even go to a certain extent above the head, all of that will exist. All of that has to be taken up by the infinite free consciousness for transformation. Simply connect and wait to the infinite freeness. Again, I'll share another word about the quality of the above. Concentrate through the word to intuitively connect to that property of consciousness above the head. This is also the domain of the absolute idea, the divine idea, which has its light, vision, force, action, which is vertically acting on all creation. So now keep your attention not on the creation part, but try and lift your inner gaze, perhaps even through your eyebrow center or from the top of your head. It's like you just gently gaze above, aiming at that quality that there is an absolute idea or the divine idea coming down, and accept all the limitations, which is our mind tries to grasp it and makes a mess out of it. But yet we need the mind to receive. The mind has to be taken up by the higher light and molded into its terms. So quietly again, knowing that all limitations exist, keep your attention on the absolute divine's idea, its light, its force in an intuitive way, and simply wait. Now, this is a divine action direct. While there are infinite possibilities, what comes down for manifestation, that vision and that higher light is absolute, having its own light, having its own force, having its own action. For the next 3-4 minutes, try and connect within the body's density and mass and weight And simultaneously try and keep your awareness within that absolute divine vision or idea in an intuitive way, and simply wait, accepting all the problems. The mind will struggle, the inner vital will get frustrated. Sometimes you'll find the joy of tapas, of doing this practice. Accepting all this, stay above and within your body for the remaining 3-4 minutes and simply wait to receive the divine's action. The difference between doing an inner practice is simply following some predetermined steps. But when we move into sadhana as receiving divine's action, we are so attentive that intuitively we'll be told what to do, how to do, and what to do next, moment to moment. So the practice shifts. It's very fluid. At the same time, we will maintain the higher connection so that we know that what's coming in is an intuition. So we'll continue practice in our own way as we live our life, keeping our attention within the body's substance the weight and the density, and slowly feeling the subtle body, and at the same time staying through the infinite freedom, staying connected with the absolute idea of the divine that is coming in. We continue our own practice.